If you're looking around online for Memo Boost supplements reviews, Memo Boost reviews, something having to do with memory, and you're also seeing this as Memo Caps, you're looking up Memo Caps supplements reviews, I have information that might be very helpful to you. So you maybe were seeing this going around online with what I would label as scam marketing. I'm not calling Memo Boost supplements or Memo Caps supplements a scam. I am, however, saying that someone, an affiliate, a third party, someone, I don't know who, is out there trying to promote this product in a very scammy way, as scammy as it gets, with deep fakes of like Dr. Sanjay Gupta and other people. So I'm going to show on my screen here a video that I saw on a website that is trying to promote this in a scam effort, obviously. And so my advice always to go see a doctor. Don't trust online products that go through scam funnels. I'm not saying the company behind this has anything to do with the scam funnel, but I am telling you to go see a doctor in your town is always a better idea than trusting something you see online with deep fake scam marketing. And I hope that's pretty obvious. So anything you see here with famous people, famous doctors, celebrities, whatever, and if they're talking, they have nothing to do with this. It's deep fake AI visuals with AI generated audio, meaning someone took a video of like Dr. Sanjay Gupta you see here or something like that. And they told an AI tool to manipulate his lip movement to make it look like he's saying words he never said, and audio as well. And so that's what you're going to see here. Memo Boost reviews, Memo Caps reviews, Memo Boost supplements, something like that. Let's see here. I'm going to assume they're going to claim there's a recipe. There is no recipe. It's just a hook to get you to watch the whole video. It's a lie. They're going to claim, Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about this, and that they're going to show universities. Let's see here. It's a scam trope city. I mean, this is what this is going to be.
Good evening. What you're about to see may shock you, but it could also save your life or the life of someone you love. A silent epidemic is tearing through American families right now. 6.7 million people trapped in their own bodies, watching their memories fade away one by one. Dementia, Alzheimer's, names that strike fear into any family. But what if I told you that everything you think you know about these diseases is wrong? What if inevitable decline is actually a lie the pharmaceutical industry wants you to believe? Harvard researchers have just uncovered a disturbing truth. There is a root cause behind dementia, and it's 100% reversible. The proof? A 94-year-old man Hollywood had already written off. Clint Eastwood was slipping away. The man who once stared down outlaws on screen could no longer remember the names of his own children. His family had lost hope, and he was days away from being placed in a nursing home against his will.
So Clint Eastwood has nothing to do with this. They're using him, the scammers are, to pretend that he has something to do with this. Jake Tapper never talked about this on CNN. Like I said, deep fake visuals, AI generated audio. All this is fake. CNN never covered this. No one ever covered this. Memo Boost reviews, Memo Boost supplements reviews. If you're looking up information and you want to know what's going on because you saw marketing like this is scam marketing. This product will not have miracle properties. It might be a normal, memory supplement, cognition supplement that does very basic minor things. None of it is going to help you reverse Alzheimer's, dementia, memory loss, brain fog, any of that stuff. Don't believe in that because you can't find information. You cannot find information about who is the founder of this product. Really, who is it? Or where do they bottle the product? All that kind of stuff is usually not available to the general public for whatever reason. And that makes me want to tell you, go see a doctor. Don't buy pills you see online with weird scam marketing.
Then one phone call changed everything. Just 21 days later, Clint was back behind the wheel with crystal clear memory and a mind as sharp as it had been in his 30s. What happened in those 3 weeks that doctors still call impossible?
I've spent my whole life being the tough guy, the guy who never asked for help. But 2 years ago, I wasn't that man anymore. It started with little things. I'd lose my keys 3 times in 1 week. My daughter would confirm dinner plans I had no memory of making. Then came the day that changed everything. I was driving to a regular appointment, and suddenly I had no idea where I was going. I just sat there, frozen in traffic, completely lost. It was terrifying. When I got home, my kids were waiting for me. Someone had called, worried. After endless tests and doctor visits came the diagnosis. Dementia. The doctor didn't sugarcoat it. Mr. Eastwood, he said, you need to prepare yourself. It's only going to get worse.
So he never said any of these things. I say these things sometimes, many times, and I'm sure people are annoyed that I keep pausing, but I still receive comments, even when I say things like this, being like, but I saw Clint Eastwood, he was promoting it. I'm telling you over and over, he never promoted this once. This is AI at work trying to manipulate his lip movements to make it look like he said something about this, and he never did.
It's time to think about permanent care. permanent care. In other words, a nursing home. Me, a man who's always been independent, becoming a burden, losing my freedom, my dignity, and the worst part, I was fully aware of everything, but completely powerless to stop it.
Seeing my dad like that was the hardest thing I've ever been through. He's always been my hero, the strongest man I know. And suddenly, he was slipping away, literally. The argument started immediately. He can't live alone anymore. Someone has to be with him 24/7. But who? We all have jobs, families, our own lives. Then came the word no one wanted to say. Nursing home. We visited a few places.
Well, that's two words, but yes.
It was for his own good. But inside, we were devastated. What broke my heart the most was the fear in his eyes. He tried to hide it. He's a tough guy, but I could see it. He was terrified of losing his independence, of becoming a burden. One night I found him sitting alone, looking at old photos. He looked up and said, "Son, I don't want you to remember me like this." Right then I knew. I had to find a solution.
It was my son Scott who found Dr. Daniel Amen. He'd heard about people with dementia and Alzheimer's, cases doctors said were irreversible, making full recoveries. At first I was skeptical. After decades in Hollywood, you learn not to believe in miracle cures. But Dr. Amen was different. He had science, data, over 225,000 brain scans, and decades of research. At our first appointment, he told me something no other doctor had ever said. What was happening to me wasn't inevitable, and it wasn't just old age. It was neurotoxins, microscopic invaders literally eating away at my memory. And most importantly, he showed me exactly how to reverse it. Not with harsh drugs, but by naturally increasing something called BDNF, the memory protein our brains need to fight off those toxins. I was desperate. At that point, I was willing to try anything. And then, in less than 3 weeks, yes, just 3 weeks, the memory lapses stopped. The confusion was gone. I was driving again, working again, living again. At 95 years old, I have more mental clarity than I did at 80. I got myself back. And more importantly, I got my freedom, my independence, and my life back.
The change happened so fast, it honestly scared us. Within 2 weeks, he was cracking jokes again, remembering details from conversations. Today at 95, my dad has better memory, focus, and energy than I do. He even calls to remind me about appointments I've forgotten. It's embarrassing. But most of all, seeing that spark in his eyes again, that confidence, that strength that's always defined him, it was like getting my dad back, and knowing he'll stay that way, independent, active, himself, that's priceless.
Clint Eastwood's case isn't unique. Every day, thousands of Americans over 50 are regaining their memories, their independence, and their lives, thanks to the discovery.
Before we begin, I want to say that this is truly a landmark in modern medicine, and I am honored to be a part of it.
So
today, new hope is born. In fact, I'd call it a new certainty. Millions of people, from patients to their families, will be impacted by what's about to be.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta has nothing to do with this. And so after this, you'll end up watching like an hour-long video. They'll maybe offer you a recipe of some herb, spice, fruit, vegetable, or whatever. And they'll claim that New York Times, CBS, ABC, Fox, and CNN all had something to do with it, and they didn't. And then it'll show you a bottle of Memo Boost supplements. So if you're looking at Memo Boost supplements reviews, hopefully I'm helping you with my video. And it'll say the money back guarantee. But guess what? You can't trust a money back guarantee through a scam funnel. Big surprise, right? Fake reviews, a bunch of stuff I don't need to show you. And they might even claim FDA approved. There's no terms and conditions or anything at the bottom of the website, nothing legal whatsoever. And this will lead you to a My Cart Panda website that then offers you Memo Caps. If you're looking at Memo Caps, reviews, complaints, something like that. This is a product that claims to have a 9.3 out of 10 with 42,534 reviews. It's a scam. And I'll tell you why. Because that same number of reviews, 42,534 reviews, is used with lots of different scams. 9.3 out of 10, 42,534 reviews. And so they're going to claim FDA registered, no auto ship, 100% money back guarantee. Go see a doctor. This might come with a subscription if you try to buy it for hundreds of dollars a month. You will not be able to find information easily about who makes Memo Caps, Memo Boost. So if you were looking up Memo Boost reviews, Memo Caps reviews for the supplement having to do with memory loss, Alzheimer's, dementia, Clint Eastwood, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Dr. Daniel Amen, I hope that my video helped. Like, comment, subscribe, join button is down below. That's a really big button. And thank you for watching.